All right, so today is Monday, February 6th. We're working with properties of chords. It's section 11.6. Your assignment today is going to be problems 1 through 17 plus numbers 20 through 25.
Yes.
All right, so now we're going to address those questions that you had on the previous assignment and how you would find those. So if you look at this particular picture down here at the bottom, it says that if two chords intersect in a circle, then the measure of each angle formed is 1/2 the sum of the measure of the arcs intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. Angle and its vertical angle. So this is kind of like that 80-degree angle you were talking about in yesterday's assignment. So the measurement of angle 1, right here, would be equal to this arc here plus this arc here divided by 2. So the measurement of this angle would be the measure of that arc plus the measure of that arc divided by 2. So it's basically the average of its intercepted arcs. Because there's two arcs, you're dividing by 2, right? So you're taking the average measure of the arcs and dividing it by 2. So let's look back at that particular question you had on yesterday's paper, see if it works out. So if you look at yesterday's paper, we're looking at two chords intersecting in a circle. The measure of this angle is 80 degrees. Let's see if it equals its intercepted arc, its vertical angle's intercepted arc, divided by 2. Well, this arc here is 60 degrees. That arc there is 100 degrees. 160 degrees divided by 2 is 80 degrees.
Yep.
Yeah. So it works. So again, if you look at the measure of angle 2 now, the measure of angle 2 would be the measure of its arc, which is arc AD, plus the measure of its vertical angle's arc, which is arc BC, added together, divided by 2. Or multiplied by 1/2. That's the same as divided by 2. So if we look at the next picture here, if we're trying to find the measure of angle X, and again, this is not a central angle, doesn't originate from the center of the circle, because then that would be congruent to its arc. It is not an inscribed angle, the vertice is not on the edge of the circle. I need you guys to stop. You need to turn around, because you're not listening if you're working. I need you to stop. Thank you.
I'm just doing my homework.
I know exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
I want to get through this first, and then you can start. All right, so it's not an intercepted arc, or excuse me, it's not an inscribed angle, because that would be 1/2 the measure of its intercepted arc. It's not a central angle, because that would be equal to its intercepted arc. We're talking about an angle that is created by two chords intersecting in a circle. And is the average of the two arcs. Okay? So if we're looking for the measure of angle X, you take the measurement of its arc, which is 174, add the measurement of its vertical angle's arc, which is 106. 174 plus 106 would be 280, and divide that by 2, you get a measurement of an angle of 140 degrees. 140 degrees. Come on in. Just prop the door open.
Patience.